One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on another SEC rival, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Rebels will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats offense will have the first possession of the game. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Got his man. At the 45 on his way. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
And the Wildcats are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. On target.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Going to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Converts on 4th down, still going. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Quick handoff. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Everybody knows how difficult the SEC schedules are. You hear about it from every team there. It's hard to explain how a team like Ole Miss, all of that firepower, all of that ability, dumps a home game to a bad Kentucky team for the first time since 1964. That one basically kept them out of the playoff.
And I think one of the biggest surprises in that game was how Ole Miss could not protect Jackson Dart. Their offensive line got abused by Kentucky up front. David, they were way more physical in the trenches.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working with perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 84 yards. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Got it behind the line. It's dribbling. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
The play action fake. He unleashes a long one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the air, it's Simmons. Got a man, it's dribbling. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and take it back. Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
It'll be 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Early in the game, pass complete. Great job. Sets up a manageable 4th down. We're going to set the tone early in this game. We're going to be aggressive. Yes, we're going for it.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the left side. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They get to him as he throws. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly, keeping it on the ground on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up 14 over Kent State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin fires the pass. Intercepted. Running wide open down the gut of the field. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Taylor has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Brings it down on the right side. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup.
And it's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It's caught. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The give to the left. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Here we go. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's McGowan. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Let's go. The run to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
To the air on 2nd down. Throwing right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
And now they got to put it together, right? And then this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity with it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Got the quick completion. Man, those sweet feet could dance on a light bulb. He's out to the 23.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Rushes on him. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Caught near the sticks. It's ball. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. They'll line up for a second down play. The running back has it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Line is set on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
He'll pull it on the read. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. And the Wildcats are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Keeps looking downfield. Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Got it near midfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires downfield. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Behind the chains now on second and long. Takes the handoff. It's Diggs. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Now facing a third and long. Off play action. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Makes the catch, it's Stribling. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, fires downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle of this lead. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. It's good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
To the air on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Kentucky going quickly. Looking to throw on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got him this time. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And this offense has been the story through two quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too. I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
The Rebels will have it first and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's right. Gets away from one, finds some space. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play, it's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Rides the back on the option to give. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Got it in the middle, it's Diggs. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They're going back to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very...
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
Oh, shit, he really cut that. Good shit. Yeah.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Ball into the end zone.
Dumbass. 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 Stop playing with me. Quit playing with me. They be live.
And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And there's something you don't see often. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Split backs here. They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Taylor. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the option. Quick toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Wallace. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Rebels are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught behind the line. It's Wallace. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. That's reeled in, it's Wallace. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. He'll do it himself. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Listen, there's so many athletic quarterbacks now that do the design runs. I got to make them pay. I got to physically hit him as hard as I can, as many up.
Brings into the open. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Gets it out fast. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead. They're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. They'll try the run. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Kentucky.
After that amazing performance in Week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something. Put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the deep.
Snatches it on the right. Turning on the Jets. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7. The Rebels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
White 53. White 50.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wallace. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Getting it to the red zone is great. Getting it in the end zone, that's been a bigger problem. Caught in the backfield, it's Ryan. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
He'll sneak it. The sneak scores it.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to sling it on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Ray. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Rebels look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. Zings it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run it on third and goal. That defensive front just flat. They knock him down for a big loss.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged.
Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And he made the extra point without problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Illinois answered the bell away from Champaign today with an impressive victory. The Fighting Illini knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we have...
There he goes! Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. He's got it. 1st down and more. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They want to throw it. Quarterback moving. The throw. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Touchdown, Wildcats! Fit it in the window for the score.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Let's go. Right.
They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Here comes the option. He breaks a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
How about the speed on defense? Offense trying to get tricky, trying to run the quarterback outside, but the pursuit and the speed by this defense, they got to him quick.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down.
Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a second and long.
Black 14. Black.
They'll go to the ground. Ball is loose. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover.
What a lucky break for the run. I can't imagine what goes through your mind when you cough it up. You're like, oh, no, and just huge panic. I got to get back to the football. He did a good job finding his way back to the football after he made the mistake in fumbling the first piece.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And the extra point is good. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets rid of it. And that one's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Now on third down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Bowling. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 7 over Northern Illinois. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give is to Taylor. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Snagged in the middle. It's right. He'll get a fresh set of downs. Stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's right. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass. It's Simmons. He's got his man across the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. 6th play of the drive coming up. They'll run play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken up.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And he crosses the goal
Sit
line
down.
and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. An 84-yard drive there. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Handoff to the lone back.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He's going to lose a yard on that one. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Man, hurt. What the fuck? Oh my God, his career for 2 games. His career is over.
Yo, complete ACL tear though.
His career is over.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So good.
Oh my god. Let me see. Oh my god. What you did last game? Well, you got him in the fourth quarter, drunk.
Damn, dude.
This dude is turned this year. Oh my god.
Bodies,
Out 47 weeks. Damn, he just started getting all his shit too. You gotta create a note. You gotta create a note. Like, this injury just should be thrown.
Cutter bowl.
What the hell is wrong with this injury shit?
Let's be piling up, man. You know a nigga get hit, man. Bang. That's all I see.
I just fucked that bit up because that was a bull.
Good push. This good, I'm alright. I'm alright. Good luck. Cutter.
How long is 47? That's a whole season. No more.
That's why I said his career over, bro. That's 4 seasons. That's 4 seasons. The fuck?
How long is 47 weeks?
That's 4 seasons.
4 seasons?
Yeah.
Ew. No, it's not, dog. No, it's not. It ain't 4 seasons, bro. This nigga out. What? I can't believe it.
He's great. Good.
Damn.
That's at least 3.
47 weeks. This is a complete ACL tear. It was a crazy hit or something?
I thought he got hurt on he got hit. I seen the way he was holding his knee down.
Oh, he was holding his knee? Oh, well, you do got career for Jim Jones on here. I'm looking at
Terrible. Wow. Very nice. That was smooth, but very good. I can't believe it, man. I just expect to see that. Good. Rocking. I'm not looking at highlights for you. Okay. 14 weeks is one season. Dang, dude. South Carolina. Play South Carolina. That's so bad. There you tell it. The Bull of Norris and yeah. He said he got hit with a lock and a sock. He got treated. I ain't what?